This time last year, I was invited to try out a pair of hyper wheels from a company called Winspace. And when I opened the box, the lid made me quite a promise. And while I'm not generally in the habit of believing what random cardboard boxes tell me, I was nevertheless fairly intrigued. So here we are 12 months later, and have these wheels lived up to the promise on top of the cardboard box? Basically, are these wheels hyper or is it just hype? So welcome to my rather chaotic garage where I store all of my bikes. As I say, Winspace did invite me to try out these wheels, but they're not paying me, and the opinions that I'm going to give are completely my own. When Winspace asked me to select a set of wheels, I went for a pair with 50mm rims and designed for rim brakes, and that's because I already had a set of fantastic spin-on these wheels for my Cannondale, and I'd already just bought a pair of Hunt wheels for my winter training bike, and I decided that I wanted something that would go onto my Trek. So let's start with a few facts and figures about these wheels. They have carbon rims and carbon spokes, and then on the front wheel it's a 21 spoke count, and similarly on the rear wheel that's also a 21 spoke count. They have an alloy hub with ceramic rims. Both wheels together weigh 1,349 grams, and you'll be very pleased to hear that if you are thinking of entering a UCI race, or like the Tour de France or the Giro d'Italia or something, all the wheels have been fully approved by the UCI. Now, when I first tried to fit these wheels myself, I did run into a few problems. The first and probably the biggest one was that they were much too wide for my brake calipers. So I had to go up to my friend Steve at Bike Fixers and change the brake calipers for the next level, and that cost me about £150. And the next problem that I had was actually getting the carbon specific brake blocks that came supplied with the wheels into the kind of the brake shoes, and again I left that to Steve to do. And because these wheels are also tubeless ready, I thought, well, what the hell, let's go tubeless and hopefully say goodbye to any punctures. If you're a regular viewer of this channel, you'll know that one of the really big problems that I have is with wheels. Basically, being a heavier rider, I break things like spokes, rims and hubs, and obviously with these wheels being carbon, the last thing I want is for them to fold underneath me like some cheap concertina as I'm riding along. That really would not be good. So the first thing I did was I had a look at the Winspace website, and they are giving a weight limit of 135 kilos, and that's a combined weight of the rider and the bike, and thankfully I'm somewhat below that. I also went online and had a look at some YouTube reviews of these wheels, and pretty much every single one was saying that these wheels were actually pretty strong. And so far, after a year or so of riding them, I can say that I've not had any mechanical issues with them whatsoever. I haven't broken any spokes, I haven't damaged any rims, and the axles and the hubs roll as well today as they did when I first put them on about a year ago. So first things first, these wheels look super cool. Who doesn't like a set of deep section rim wheels? In fact, when I'm out and about riding this bike, I do have people coming up asking to have a look at them, where I got them from and what I think about them. And yeah, I think that they make the Trek look really, really good. As for performance, well, I'm not an engineer, so I can only answer this as a cyclist, and so far I've not had any performance issues with these wheels whatsoever. And unlike many other deep section rimmed wheels, I don't have any stability issues when it gets a little bit windy. The bike always feels stable and secure, and it just feels really nice to ride. As for being faster, well, yeah, I think probably they are a little bit faster, and that could possibly be down to things like rolling resistance and you know, aerodynamics and things like that, but it could equally be just down to me being a little bit fitter or not fitter, or being a bit lighter or not being a bit lighter, as the case may be. There's no prizes for guessing that I genuinely do like these wheels and I really enjoy riding them, but the big question has to be, would I buy them if I was buying them with my own money? So let's say straight away that if I were to buy them, they would cost $1,200 or £1,100. Now I have to sort of have this proviso here that I'm generally Mr. Frugal, bordering on Mr. Scrooge, but that's even more so when it comes to bike wheels, basically because of all of the problems that I have with them due to being a heavier cyclist. The last set of wheels that I bought with my own money are the ones that are on my Alley winter bike, and they were a £400 set of Hunt wheels, but I knew they were going to be absolutely bomb-proof. And the problem that I have is not really wanting to spend a lot of money on a set of wheels just in case that they're just going to break 2 or 3 months after using them due to the weight that I'm putting on them. But so far, as I've said, these wheels have performed excellently, and had I known that at the time of buying a set of wheels, then I probably would feel pretty good about spending that much money on a decent set of wheels. If you're in the market to buy a new set of wheels, particularly if you are a heavier rider, these Winspace Hyper wheels would be a fantastic choice. And if you'd like more details about them, I'll include a link to the website in the description below, and I'll hopefully have a discount code on there, and that will be an affiliate link. So I'll earn a little bit of cash, but it won't cost you anything more. Hearing a load of facts and figures about these wheels in a review is all fine and dandy, but if you'd like to know how they performed in the real world on an actual ride, then you can watch this video just here. Thanks for watching.